Okay, so the story, the book I wrote, it's not a story, it's just, my autobiography, is Pain, Loss, Madness. Subtitle, Journal of a Thinking Soldier. And what I imagined for the cover would have been a photograph of a guy, Army, probably me, but in fatigues, uh, you know, but old style, before they made the switch over, and wearing um, a Army brown T-shirt, military haircut. That's it, and in the thinker position on a rock. Um, but the rock is in the middle of a jungle in Hawaii, so or on the beach. Um, so the way I frame the whole book is the first part is how the army is. The second part is my own personal experience. And and then after a while, doing it that way, sometimes there's just gray areas. So I'm pretty topical in what I'm discussing and what I'm presenting. I throw in a lot of anecdotes, a lot of like just rumors, things I thought. At the very end, I'm putting a just rumors, just like total rumors in, like just stories and like who knows if they're true or not, So and some of them are just hellacious, they're just like awesome. And some of them are just like downright crude, and some of them like maybe they're me, maybe they're not. Um, but yeah, so it's like if this is ever made into a movie, oh god, what could I do? I guess I would have to do it just real to life, and just suffer it, suffer the embarrassment, just all the embarrassment. Um, but and at the same time, it's like I don't know, it's kind of like I got chewed around in the system of the military. Uh, I got suckered into it. I got uplifted by it. Just all sorts of things. And it's interesting too because I guess I am a soft personality. I am very reflective of the people I'm around, um, and not in a good or a bad way. It's just like I just try to relate to people. I try to understand what's going on in their life. Yeah, and this is why I want to write because I like this idea of how do people think? What are people thinking? How are they going to express this understanding and thinking? How are they going to project it? So now I just have to learn how do I tell that story. So right now this is just my story. This is and I'm not a hero in any way, shape, or form. But I really understood and took it to be that all you had to do was just swear in, and from there you just throw you roll your dice of your life, and whatever fate gives you, you're going to take. And I never went to Iraq. Um, on September 11th, I was standing there, and it's like all right, the country's at war, and there's no fear. There's no fear. There's no like, oh my God, what's going to happen to me? It was very much, all right, this is it. This is kind of what I was expecting in my life. This is going to be that moment. Um, and in a way, I'm going to be a Lieutenant Dan. I'm going to be a guy who's just, hey, maybe this is going to be something. Maybe this is going to lead to something. Maybe I can make use of this, event in some way. And it's kind of interesting because so I was an airborne journalist. So I knew, okay, I'll be a journalist, and I'll be there to cover it. I'll be there to see it, live it, experience it. I'm going to be the middleman right between the media and the guys on the ground. So with those embedded reporters, I would have been there. If I was there with Geraldo Rivera in Afghanistan, which very likely I would have been, if I had gone through with all the training, I would have, as soon as I realized what he was doing, I was like, hey, wait, just totally stopped his, butt and said, excuse me, sir, Um, but at the same time, I would be there, and I would be able to talk to these guys, and especially these special forces guys, and I'd be able to get stories from them, and be able to just like say, hey man, so just tell me something, just tell me anything. And I kind of did get to have that experience with this one guy I worked with, and it's just amazing because this guy turned out to be a mind freak and just started controlling me, in a weird, bizarre way. Totally changed me. I fell in love with a woman, which is like number one thing I realize now. Uh, if you were going to get married before going to the military, uh, choice is whether you want to go or not. I'd say actually you just break it off, go single, just see what happens, and just learn, learn from all the experiences. And then when you get out, if she's if your significant other's still there, and you just happen to be single again, hey, get together and it'll last forever probably, and you regret nothing. But the I just think that it's a very interesting way, and it's very the way it teaches you, the way it prepares you for different things, and how you're prepared. It's the military lifestyle is like living with a parent in a way. Uncle Sam is right. It's your uncle who's just he comes knocking on your door. He gives you money. He takes it away. He tells you where to sleep at night, and he tells you what you can eat and enjoy, and what can you suffer, and how you can suffer. And so, okay, so I'll just be a good guy. I just won't make any waves. So it's be a little bit boring. So that's where the interesting, funny stories and rampant sex and just all the other this good stuff about military, firing guns, but at nothing. But just like experiencing it. So that's my story. That's my book. That's what I wrote, and I'm a little stuck right now. At a point, and it's right before my ex-fiance came to live with me, and so it's like a writer's block. But then again, I was writing for several months, and it's like, what am I doing? Is this, and what do I remember, and this and that? Have I sorted it all out? Because the other thing is that just, my, hardship was just working in a cramped little box underground with air conditioning through asbestos ducts, arsenic wall tiles, lead pipes in the water. And just for the water pipes, it's just like, all right, a dungeon, cool, and just you had some interesting moments, and maybe I acted right, maybe I acted wrong. And at the same time, what could I have done? So I don't know, it'd be interesting to think about. But I don't know, it's just my little story of the military, and that right now people can read it online if they want to join my group, but it's not a hero story. So it's just kind of like what you could expect. Anything else is just beyond imagination. So, or it's there to be taken literally or seriously. But could I have gone to combat? Should I have gone to combat? Well, I in vain tried. It's like I kind of understood that the system somewhat worked and the system didn't quite work, and so it's yeah, if higher ups, if you have a decent rapport, relationship with the guys in charge of you, it really helps. And I was a guy's personal chauffeur. It's like, oh, it kicks a lot of butt. And it's like, actually, we were I was kind of antagonistic, with the guy, which is probably the best thing, because at the same time, it's like, what kind of relationship do you want to have with a guy with power? Do you want to take advantage of that guy? And in such a case, do you want a guy in leadership to be able to be taken advantage of? You know what I mean? Like, do you want to be around a leadership? It's like, this is why I think people should join the military, because you really come to understand what is leadership. And this is why when it comes time to vote, you start realizing, I really better be serious about taking voting. But just that's a whole side story, But that's what I'm thinking. That is my story.
I think that one